Hello people, Carlito here once again, this time with a video all about the recent sneak peeks in advance of the next update, which will probably come at some point next week. So the first update, as you can see here, is a sneak peek for a level 12 Archer Tower. Now, some of you who go onto the forums and the eagle-eyed among you who saw the Android trailer when Clash of Clans launched on Android, you will have seen a level 12 Archer Tower as part of that video. It didn't quite look like this from memory. I don't think there was as much gold, it was more metallic, but either way, this has been kind of known within some circles for some time, but at least now we know what it's going to look like. So there you go, level 12 Archer Tower, quite interesting, although it's not groundbreaking. There's certainly more interesting things in this update. So let's get to some others. Now here was the second sneak peek, and this come in addition to notice that we're going to see the Hogs take a 5% decrease in their damage per second, I think, and hit points maybe as well. But either way, it's probably not going to change terribly much in terms of how much Hogs are used and how effective they are, but it might help a little tiny bit for those guys who just keep on getting 3-starred. Anyway, in terms of this particular sneak peek, 24-hour kick, so people can't join if they've been kicked or rejected for 24 hours. Okay, yeah, nice. But again, not groundbreaking and not something I'm going to use too much of in my clan anyway, I don't think. Now this is actually a lot more interesting. A level 6 Goblin, and for someone like me who is basically a farmer for 99.9% of the time, Goblins are one of the core elements of my army. So anything that's going to improve Goblins, Archers or Barbarians I'm interested in. And level 6 Goblins have been needed because they've had, the other tier 1 troops have been buffed for quite some time. We've had level 6 Barbarians, level 6 Archers for ages. So level 6 Goblins was always on the cards. How much they're going to increase their hit points and damage remains to be seen. It will be for Town Hall 10. So anyone who is undecided as to whether or not to go because farming might be impacted, well, this might actually help because you might be able to break into some bases that you wouldn't previously have been able to with your level 5 Goblins, but with level 6 maybe they'll last a bit longer and grab a little bit more of those resources. So yeah, this is probably out of those previous three the most interesting of the sneak peeks so far, and I'll definitely be keen to upgrade as soon as possible once I hit Town Hall 10 to get these level 6 Goblins into my army. I think having a level 6 tier 1 army completely, Barbarians, Archers and Goblins, will be really useful. And yeah, I think that my gold intake will probably increase slightly as a result, because sometimes I've noticed that the level 5 Goblins do run out of steam, especially when you're up against level 6 or even level 5 Wizard Towers. 2 strikes and those guys basically disintegrate. So as I say, level 6 Goblins, in addition to some other stuff that's coming, and you'll see in a second from these sneak peeks, they're going to be really formidable in the near future. So watch out for those guys. Now here's the latest sneak peek, and this is probably the most groundbreaking in terms of a fundamental shift in the way that we use our spells. So we'll go from using gold to create spells to using elixir to create spells. And again, for people like me who have basically got no use really for elixir other than making troops, I'm always maxed on elixir. I've put my storages outside my base for literally months, and invariably they're still full. I might lose some during the night, but then first attack and they're full again. So that means that elixir is more disposable to me. As a result, I can use more of that for other stuff, and if I can use that on spells instead of gold, I will definitely use more spells. I'll be raging all over the place, I'll be jumping over walls, I'll be basically cooking spells all the time, using spells all of the time, and it will really impact the way in which I play the game. Now, as I said before, if you add, for example, a maxed rage spell onto a level 6 Goblin, jump them over some walls and then rage them onto the storages, that's going to cause a complete nightmare for some of the defenders out there. So it's going to really change the way in which a lot of people play. Those farmers who've got nearly maxed out bases but they're, you know, low down in trophies, all of a sudden their bases are no longer impenetrable, because the guys who've maybe only got level 5 troops, they'll raise those troops, they'll, you know, lightning bolt on defences, more free than previously, and as a result people's bases probably won't be as secure as they used to be. So yeah, very interesting update. I think there's more to come, so fingers crossed that's as exciting as the previous couple of updates. But until that happens, guys, I'll do another video, but until then, you know what's coming. Bye from the king, bye from the queen, and I'll see you soon.